Hi, welcome to my hape tutorial. Hape is a medicine that's quite new to me. I just bought my own hape around 2 weeks ago, and before that I'd only used it in ayahuasca ceremonies and some Peter ceremonies. Since I started implementing it as part of my every second day routine or so, I've definitely seen some changes. It really grounds me, it puts me into whatever intention I set out for myself. It focuses me, it calms me. I have a lot of thought loops very often, and it just brings me out of my mind and into a connection with myself. And I completely understand why it's a sacred medicine. It's been used for a long time by medicine people in Peru and Brazil, and just recently become more popular with Western people. Which is no surprise to me because it's quite a pleasant medicine. I mean, it is tobacco in its purest form, not really how we think of tobacco that's been industrialized and filled with chemicals. You also don't get it into your lungs if you're doing it correctly. And there's a lot of health benefits to it too. It supposedly helps clean out mucus. I was feeling a cold coming on about a week ago, and I don't think I'm gonna get down with it. I think I flushed it out of my system somehow, and perhaps hape helped me do so. I'm not sure. I often take it myself and try to sit and meditate. It's still hard for me to have my spine straight for so long. I don't have a lot of strength in my back, so you can probably do it better than I can. But after that, I like to sit and journal, really get deep with myself and connect with myself. Okay, so yeah, I'll just get started with some things. I think it's very important that you make sort of a sacred ritual around it, because like I said, I mean, it is nicotine, it can be abused. Having these practices so that it's not just you like blowing up tobacco into your nose and then going on about your day, like having these practices to calm your mind and like prepare your being for it, preparing to receive, playing with your senses. It's nice. Whether you're spiritual or not, these things make sense. Like, it makes sense to put an intention out, for example, because when you set an intention, it's almost as if you connect your unconscious mind to your conscious mind, so that both your unconscious and your conscious are working towards the same thing. It's logical, even from the most atheistic perspective, but also like in the spiritual sense, it certainly makes sense. Whatever you want to believe is up to you. I know both. I can completely understand both sides of it, and since it is nicotine, it does give you a dopamine kick, so it completely focuses your mind. Like, you feel very calm and focused and motivated. But I wouldn't say it's like as addictive. I mean, I've been addicted to cigarettes, for example, and I wouldn't at all say that it's like that. I'm not sure how you get addicted to it, or what like an addicted hape person looks like, if they just take it every hour. I have no idea. I can't even see myself coming to that place as I would with cigarettes. Like, I have one cigarette and then I'm smoking one pack an hour for who knows how long. So yeah, I like to light some candles. I like taking essential oils to like really activate my senses. I don't know, I find it very uplifting and calming at the same time. You'll want to make sure, or at least I do, I like to make sure that I have a bucket. There's always the chance that you can vomit, and if you do, it's not a big deal. It doesn't feel as bad as it usually does when you vomit. However, I don't have the bucket because I think I'm gonna vomit. It's just to, I like to have paper. Sometimes it runs out of your nose, you get a lot of saliva. Sometimes I like to spit. I don't know, sometimes I don't spit at all, and sometimes I spit all the time. So that's why I have a bucket, and then toilet paper. This is just my practice. When I take the hape, I like to tilt my head forward, because then I feel as if it's not gonna come into my throat as easily. And then sometimes I'm totally vibing with it, and I'm like, ooh. And sometimes I go into child pose. I like to try to keep the hape in for about 1-2 songs. I don't know, 5 minutes. But yeah, I mean, the longer you can keep it in, the longer you'll have the effect. But also, there comes a point where you've kept it in and you feel like, okay, it stopped now. And then you blow it out, which is where the paper comes in handy. You blow it into the paper, and then you're done. So with dosages, I don't know, like a teaspoon for me. But my friend who's the same size, she would take like half of that. So I think my tolerance is just in general much higher. And you know, if you want to go safe, then do like half of that to begin with. When you have this little device here, you pack in the hape in this part here, the thinnest part, the one that's gonna go into your nose. You pack in half of that. And then when you take the hape, you breathe in, and then you blow so that the hape comes into your nose. And you blow quite hard because you want it all to come into your nose. And the reason why you inhale before is so that it doesn't come into your lungs. When your lungs are filled with air already, then it can't enter. Then you breathe out. You gather yourself, you scoop up the rest of it, you breathe in again, and then you blow it into the right nostril. I really like to have juice afterwards, so I highly recommend, you know, at the very least you bring some water, because it's so nice. Have it cold. If you have juice, you know, let yourself drink juice, it's so nice. So I'll just put that aside, and then I'm gonna turn on my music, have a few calming breaths, and then go ahead and take it. That was amazing. I feel so grounded and nice now. I actually filmed twice, not while I was taking the hape, but before I took the hape I wrote down my intention, but then the dog started barking like crazy, so I forgot to film it again. But I wrote down to connect with my self-love, and I feel very loving towards myself right now, so it feels very nice. I have this little intention box here with my intention notes, and like I said, it's just a really good way for you to align your unconscious with your conscious and have them cooperate. And now I have my juice. It tastes so good, you guys. You might need to blow your nose a few times. And when you're finished, you want to make sure that you get everything out from this one, because you know, you blow in this and there's the hape in it, so humidity gather and then it can get clogged. That's why it's important. I'll just read some things about hape as well. The hape results in a production of dopamine, acetylcholine, I don't know how to pronounce it, and epinephrine. And these chemicals causes you to feel relaxed and calm, yet aware and alert. It happens quickly and often feels like a jolt. And that's on more pragmatical, you know, level. As a sacred medicine, it's also believed to detox your pineal gland, to connect you to spirits, to to set you into whatever intention you have. It's a wonderful medicine. For example, I tend to binge eat a lot. Like, sugar is my favorite thing in the world, almost, and I can order like 10 cookies and just stuff my face. And so I started taking hape and trying to connect with my body and like, do I really need this? And whenever I do that and I come out on the other side, I'm like, no, I do not need this. I need fruits. I need healthy stuff. So it really, really grounds you, and it really, really just propels you into a nicer way of being. I don't know, it's wonderful. I hope you like this video and I hope you find it helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'm not an expert, but I'm very curious about these things, so I'll find you the answers if I don't have them already. I think that's it. Thank you, bye!